Greetings in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. I'm your host, Charles Mwinga. I'm joined by my wife here,
Isabel Mwinga.
Isabel Mwinga. The program that we used to record together, Uncle C's Desk.
Yeah.
People loved that program and they continue to ask me, where is that program? What's happening? Why are you not recording? Then I told, Then I just told them that, hey, we don't have enough time these days. We are up and down. So, yeah.
Okay.
So in today's episode, we are not going to dive into the history of the pioneers, but we are continuing with scripture comparing. Yes, word for word, my friend, line to line, precept upon precept. Yes. So today, we are looking at a text that is found in the book of Leviticus 17:7. And I think I read it before. I told the people that this is what we'll be discussing in my. I also told them that you'll be joining me. So today, colleagues, we are dealing with Leviticus chapter 17, verse 7. So that is our main text. So this text, we are going to read it in King James. Then from there onward, we start bringing other translations so that we can see if they will be able to match or depart from each other. Yes. I'm saying we are not here to say this is the best Bible, this is the weak Bible, but we are just trying to just to educate people and say that when you are having this translation before you, you must be someone who is very close to God, or also you might be misled, or you might get it right. And I said we are using the King James because the King James is believed by many scholars, Bible scholars, to say it's almost close original to the original text. Yes. And it was written by a Protestant who was angry with the Pope. So you can see that he wanted really to put more details there. Yes. So without wasting time, maybe read for us in King James, Leviticus 17, verse 7. Let's listen carefully. What does it say in Leviticus? In King James, we are starting with King James. What does it say?
Okay, in King James it reads, Leviticus 17, verse 7.
Yes.
And they shall no more offer their sacrifices unto devils, after whom they have gone a whoring. This shall be a statute forever unto them throughout their generations.
So they shall no more longer do what? Offer their sacrifice unto devils. Devils. It's plural. How many devils are there?
There are a lot.
There are a lot of devils.
From the main devil that we know.
Exactly.
There are other devils.
Yes, that's my understanding now. It's plural devils. So there are a lot of devils out there. So that is the King James version. You understand? So now we want to see if the other, translation. Today we have NIV on our table. We have the, contemporary English version, and the other version will be also mentioning them as we read from this text. So let's hear from the NIV. What does it say on the same subject that we have just read from the King James?
Okay, the NIV says, they must no longer offer any of their sacrifices to the god idols. God idols.
So the devils are now god idols.
Yes, they are now god idols.
What is happening with NIV? You have NIV in the house, right? The other Bible, which is now, it's NIV.
Yes, NIV.
Hey. So where we have devils is now the
God's idols.
God's idol. What is happening?
God.
The goat, the real goat, the animal.
The animal.
What happened to the devil?
It's out.
Whew.
The devils are out. These are just God idols.
Okay, no, let's not. Maybe others they will come. They will come and support King James. Let's see. What is the contemporary English version says? There's somewhere there. What we just want to hear the word devils in the. What is the word used there?
The contemporary English version also uses the term God idols.
Oh,
also.
Where's this Bible written by one person? What's going on there?
No, I believe they are different.
Different. So how did they come to the same conclusion to say, God's idols, if these were differently, authors of this, translators? What was happening there?
I don't
Could it be that maybe the original text in Hebrew, Aramaic, Greek, maybe it
Maybe God.
referred to gods?
Maybe.
That's what I'm thinking. Maybe it referred to gods. We are not sure because we don't know Aramaic, we don't know Hebrew, we don't know. Yes, so maybe I'm suspecting. Do you understand? To say maybe it refers to God. Maybe that's what people used to worship.
Maybe.
You know, those in those days, people used to worship, statues. Of, it
Animals.
can be of a calf, it can be of a whatsoever. Maybe in this case, it was a god
Yeah,
idol that they were worshiping. You understand?
Mhm.
So if that was there, that's what was happening there. Why is King James just cutting straight to say devils? Is it because it was written by a Protestant who knew exactly? We know, all of us, to say people these days, they are worshiping different stuffs. You'll find them having a kettle, inside the house. In other countries, they are worshiping statues. Do you understand? But we know that the reality of all is the worship of Satan. Because you cannot worship a tree that you have just gave yourself and think that this tree will hear my prayer and the things like that. No. Because you see, Satan also has used you see in the Bible, in Genesis already is using a snake. You understand? So there are people, in India, people worship snake. So if you worship a snake, what are you trying to worship? What are you trying to? So I cannot just say, oh, they are worshiping snake. That snake, nobody can worship a snake. You are worshiping the devil. He's just coming, he's just disguising himself. Do you understand? So there are a lot of things that people worship there. There are only two, beings that want us to worship. It's God and the devil. Whether I'm here and putting my ball pen here and they start worshiping, I'm worshiping the devil, because any worship other than that of God, you are worshiping the devil. No wonder maybe King James is concluding straightforward to say you are worshiping the devil instead of going to the bush, going to the bush. Because someone who does not have the translation of King James, what if he ends up on that verse? What is he going to conclude? Is he really going to know that this is a worship of Satan that we are talking about, the worship of the devil? I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm not sure. But colleague, you have already heard. Yes, the two translation, which is the NIV and the contemporary English version, they are already giving us something different from King James. They are using the word God, idol.
Interesting.
Okay, so let's continue with other. Let's go to other verses. What do we have there? In Chronicles. What is Chronicles says in King James?
And he ordained him priests for the high places, and for the devils, and for the calves which he had made.
Then what is another translation? What in NIV?
In NIV it says,
Yes.
For the high places and for the goat and calf idols he had made.
So maybe because King James was written by a Protestant, do you understand? These guys, they were so critical. They did not want to take chances in life. They just wanted to hit the devil and hit him also hard. Exactly.
That is revealed.
Yeah, exactly. So they just say these are worshipings of devils, nothing else. Whether you have a god before you, whether you have a calf, whether you have a snake, or whatever, a tree or a person that we have just gave them, whatever the conclusion is devils. And the King James is just straight to the point. Yes. So now, this, I think, as we continue maybe with this lesson, we want to dive deeper. Who are the translators of other Bibles? I'm very sure that these Bibles, these are new translations that we see nowadays today. Do you understand? Today's English, today's new translation, revised standard version. What has those revision and all those kind of stuff? Do you understand?
Psalm 109 verse 6 in the King James version it reads,
Yes.
Set thou every wicked man over him, and let Satan stand at his right hand. But the New English Bible says, they say, put up some rascal to denounce him, an accuser to stand.
What is that? Why these guys goes around here?
So the Satan here becomes an accuser.
We know he's an accuser of brethren, but why are they not mentioning him directly to say Satan? Just like we know. You know, when you say an accuser, it's too general. Anyone can become an accuser. Do you understand? But Satan, we know, is a title given to this being, a rebellious being who is influencing others, small satans and devils and all those kind of stuff. But you can see that they are avoiding the word Satan. And in the other text, they avoided the word devils. What is really happening there? Oh, Yeah. What is the revision? The revised
The
standard
revised,
version say
yeah,
also.
revised standard version says, "Let an accuser stand at." And
Oh.
NIV says the same thing.
And this one, the New English
The
Bible,
New English Bible uses the word adversary.
adversary. We know this is a
Yes.
title of the devil, but why are they not mentioning Satan directly? That's my problem there. You
Yeah.
understand? You start using these small things of going around the things there. What is the other word there in Zechariah? What is Zechariah 3:1 says? Which Bible is that one?
It's in place of Satan.
Mm-hmm.
Luther's German Bible, however, uses Satan in this text.
Is that Rusa is a Protestant?
Mm.
Is a reformer. Is using direct language. I think that the King James was written was under the influence of, was written during the time of King James himself, and he's the one who commissioned this, council to write that Bible, to translate it, and all those kind of stuff. And he was a Protestant. He was somebody who hated Rome on a certain point.
People are trying to simplify the Bible.
Yes.
So I feel like in the way of simplifying something,
Yeah.
in the process, you are also diluting it.
Exactly.
And then it loses some sense and some meaning.
Exactly. That's what one writer is also saying, to say that the more we are trying to, to cook or to translate, the text begin to lose. The message is moving away. The context, the language, everything. At the end of the day, you really don't know what is the message here. What is there for me? Exactly. That's what is happening with translation. But these translators, they came to us and tell us that they wanted the Bible to be understood by every person. So I don't know if this understanding that they are offering us can really take us anywhere. I really don't know.
But the many person, like I learned when I was doing my studies.
Yeah.
Luther himself wanted
Yeah.
everyone to have the Bible in their mother tongue.
Yes.
But then he still uses the original text, which is Satan.
Yes.
But then why are we now in the process diluting all this and putting this other,
Yes.
It's
That's
like
what I'm saying.
we are trying to cover something.
Yeah, we are trying to cover something. And who can that person who want to cover? Only for me, I believe only the Rome. Yes, because those were the one who were against those translations. So now the only way to recorrect or try to is to commission other translators who translate in accordance to their will. Do you understand? And what I see here, the similarity in other things, you can see that these were commissioned by a single organization or funded by a certain organization. It's about influence.
Yeah.
Do you understand? You want to influence people to understand certain things in this way and all those kind of stuff. Do you understand? And you know also that the Rome, they did not want people to know much about the Bible, not even to read for yourself. They wanted them to be the translator, the interpreter of the Bible, so that they can do what? Inject, their tradition there, and think at the end of the day, people just know what is known by the bishop and all those kind of stuff. So I believe, and I'm surprised. I'm really surprised. How can the God idols and devils? This is a very big difference.
Very big difference.
Very, very big difference. So I think we will stop here. We don't want to exhaust every part. The part that remains is for our viewer, so that they can also come up there and say whatever they want. Colleague, come. This is this one.
Research.
It calls for debate. You understand? If you have a translation also, you can share what your translation says on the same, Leviticus 17 verse 7. You can share it there. You can come and say, I have a Bible, use one. They use one. Yeah, I've used what? Understanding. There are a lot of things that are out
there are
there.
a lot.
Yes, you can say, me, I have this version. This is what says. That's what it says on this matter.
This is
Yes.
a woman's Bible.
Exactly. I've seen also women's Bible. People, they are trying. It's all about selling, man. Yes. So this women's Bible also can read from the women's Bible and tell us what is Leviticus 17 verse 7. Say. Yes, so that we can just learn. We just want to compare. We just want to see. You might be seated there thinking that, no, this is the best version that I have. Yet you are misled.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm not saying your Bible is wrong. I'm saying maybe, somehow, you never know. So until you bring to the big table like this, then you will know that something is not right. Yes. So thank you so much for watching. And in our next episode, I don't know. You are busy. Are you going to join me or what?
Yes, I'll join you.
Huh?
Yes.
Yeah. So we are here, right here in Okahanja. Yes, Okahanja Osona village. Yes, that's where we are recording all these things. So our next thing, I don't know, I wanted us to look at the this should we find the pioneer now in the deal? Remember, we also have pioneers. Where are those Bible of mine from the Mammon? Did you see them anywhere here around the house? There were two Bible here from the Church of Mammon. I wanted us to explore, the resurrection of Joseph Smith, how he came up with the true Church of God as a, that's what he says. It's very interesting story. And he will also come, you remember that they visited us one time, the guys from the Mammons. Yeah, so I wanted that to begin from there. But as we dive deeper, we will also, we are not going to discriminate here. You understand? We are from the Adventist church. We will also discuss, the coming of Ellen White, James White, the William Millers. All those they are pioneers. They have upper hand on every church. You will hear them, they are well known. And also, so we are not going to spare anyone. We will discuss them. We will look at them, at how they, and their writings, their translation, and see if they are meaningful in our time. Yes, that's what we are going to do. So I think we'll announce we'll announce what will be our next move. But I wanted us to now find a pioneer and try to discuss about. I'll find these sources. I know we have a lot of books somehow here where we can look into those things so that people can also begin to understand that the person we are following, this is a person. Some people, they don't know the people they are following. You find people, they are talking about Lutheran church, but they don't know even why it's called Lutheran church.
Yeah.
You understand? Yes, they don't even know Lusa, what it stood for, and the role we played in the Christian world. They just don't know. I've seen one in Soweto in Bintu. It's written tender. You know tender. It's also one of the powerful.
Yeah.
Yes, they read the church of whatsoever tender or something like that. So he's one of the pioneers. You understand? So those people went the other side there. There are a lot of people. This one, they were dancers, went to the other side. They were following certain people according to them. And most of the churches, they have now names of people.
Yeah.
You understand? You can see that this one, they were influenced by James White. This one, they were influenced by Ellen White. This one, they were by William Miller. James White, Wycliffe. If you go even in Britain, it's even worse. Because those people dwelt there, they were there. The churches, they are written in names of those guys. You understand? Because they played a very crucial role in shepherding the church in Europe. You understand? So here we are still having the Seventh Adventist, the Catholic Church, the Lutheran, full gospel. Which full gospel is that? You understand? All right, we'll end here. See you next time. May the Lord bless you. From me, Charles and
Isabel. Till next time.
Bye-bye.